Live from New York. It's Ask an Engineer.
Hey, everybody.
Is it on you or is it on me?
It's on me, and I'm trying to get closer to you so that you're, ooh, that's cool. Hey, everybody. It's me.
Come this way. Let's go this way.
Let's go this way? Wait, no, I want to go this way. And it's reversed. There you go.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, we're
Experiment.
using our new camera setup, which is black, white, and pink. Those are 3 colors we can use. And then it also pans around. We'll probably have it set. This is a camera that doesn't do face detection with the cloud internet. It uses on-device.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of neat thing. But anyway.
All right. This is, sorry.
Trying it out.
This is Ask Engineer. It's me, Lady Ada, the engineer with me, Mr. Lady Ada. Camera control is being automated today. So
You're taking my gerb.
It's fine. Okay, yeah. Let's stop. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. It has hand detection too.
Yeah, it has hand detection. Then I have to move this around a little bit because it doesn't exactly stop where I thought it was. Cool. I think that's because of the cable.
We're just experimenting with stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. Good posture. We got an exciting show for you tonight. We're going to get through new products, videos, updates, guides, and more.
Yeah, you'll see things here that you won't see anywhere else. You'll hear things here that you'll never hear anywhere else. And it's like kind of getting an email from us, but you'll like it. So here's the first thing. So we have some different graphics we're going to do that you're going to see in the backgrounds. And then this is like another view. Hey, this looks like Battlestar Galactica. This is kind of cool.
This is cool. Am I Starbucks?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to be.
Am I Twister?
Yeah, and then, your daily dose of some quantum mechanic formulas and more from some physicists that I kind of like. And then I have this other, I like that because it looks like time tunnel.
That's cool, time tunnel.
Yeah. So we're trying some other stuff out, and we'll see how it goes. And then there's this blank. The big news, besides us trying this experiment with our videos, and you'll see there'll be like vertical for different devices. There'll be an ink thing that we're doing. Anyways, we're able to unlock a lot of hardware recently. And speaking of, one of the days of the year that we like to do is called CircuitPython Day. And we like to do CircuitPython Day for a couple of reasons. Number one, there was no holidays in August, so we told our team, let's do a holiday in August. And CircuitPython Day was one of the ideas.
Yes.
So it's an online thing. All you have to do is show up anywhere that we're online doing stuff, and you'll see projects, people from the community, code, you name it, you'll see it. And these projects are sometimes in the show and tell, they're on playgrounds. And the neat thing about CircuitPython is a lot of the people that are working on this stuff, we have doing guides with us. We're able to, of course, the world is a little weird right now. We'd love to be hiring more people, but I think we were talking today, like all of the employment stuff and the business stuff that's out there, it's getting weird, and the information isn't accurate, or you don't know it. Like, so it might be true or it might not be. In New York City, only 1,000 people were hired the first quarter. And that's after net. So it's like with 8 million people, it's like, that's nuts. And like, we've had some contractors, but we haven't added any like major staff positions, maybe a couple of folks here and there, but it's certainly not a hiring spree. And so it's like, how do you get all this information out there now? And how do you know what's going on? Yeah. How do you know?
It's a weird world out there. Yeah. But that's why we're staying weird. CircuitPython Day. Come by, learn about CircuitPython.
Yeah. So on Friday, enjoy the holiday that our team got.
Yes.
They've earned it. And we all decided, let's make sure that there's enough holidays throughout the year. And then let's do CircuitPython Day, but let's not make it a big deal. Just come up, show your stuff off. We have, there's a lot of people who use CircuitPython, don't even know it now with Blinka, or in CircuitPython-like things. Yeah. And then if you're following the world of AI, which you can't not, sorry, there's basically Python computers coming out, these little local models that don't do much and have a lot of wrong information as far as like biographical information. Like, it's not Wikipedia. It's meant to be like a Python thing. Yeah. And I'll, maybe in some future miniature shows that we're doing, there's ways to figure out what things were trained on and what things are being built upon, or what versions of Python. But like, there's so many things now that you can just do easier than maybe before. So anyways, CircuitPython Day has all this and more.
It's definitely cutting edge. Well, what's interesting is like,
it's the most cutting edge.
We told people when CircuitPython was like 8 years old now. I remember we were like, people were like, wow, what are you guys doing? It's so slow. I can't believe it. You need so much RAM. And now it's like everywhere. Python, MicroPython, CircuitPython is now near standard for
Yeah.
people who
And
are
then-
doing microcontrollers and microcomputers.
And here's what's going to happen next. We'll tell you. Whatever microcontrollers are doing, well, they'll probably continue to do because
Yeah.
you're going to be around for a while. But the transition from microcontrollers to small SPCs, small board computers, is happening, and you're going to start to see more and more Linux on form factors like microcontrollers. And
Yeah.
that means you get a bunch of stuff like LLMs down the road. There's a lot of things that are going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice to see technology moving forward. Lots of political, legal things that are going to get solved. But there's things that you can build now and not feel bad about it. But you want to save some money. The code is for temp, 10% off in the Adafruit store, all the way up to 11:59 p.m. tonight, or when we remember to turn off the code. Lady Ada, let's dive right in. Let's get the two things done that we want to get done the most,
Yes.
and then we're going to try to get the rest of our show because we're doing this like later night show.
Yes.
So first up, let's just go right to INMPI, then we'll do new products.
Okay,
You ready?
kick it.
INMPI brought to you by DigiKey and Adafruit every single week. Lady Ada uses the power of engineering to help you, yes, you, find the new product introductions. There's something very new, very cool from Arduino.
Yay!
Our old job, well, I guess we should say, back when Arduino had a dispute with the trademark, there were two separate companies for a bit. We said, let's help the good guys, the USA team, and we helped out the Arduino team. We were manufacturing, and Massimo and the entire team came back together. They're now whole, and the person who kind of like took over Arduino got fired, pushed out, whatever you want to call it. And now Arduino is doing all the things that they should be doing, like making hardware.
That's right. Like this new hardware.
There's new hardware, and it's open source, by the way.
Yay, it's open source. So this is the new RA4 Nano board from Arduino, which I really like. They are taking the R4. It's the RA4 chip. It's called the R4 Nano. And, a new addition in their line of nanos. It's interesting. I looked up. This was product number 5. This was a very, very early product that they made. I think they made it around the 2009 time, I think, and then it got revised after the Uno. Unbelievably popular microcontroller board. This was in everything because basically you'd have your Arduino Classic, your 2009 or DHA Mila, or your Uno, or whatever other classic Arduino. But then if you wanted to use it on a breadboard or in a smaller project, you'd go with the Nano, which had pretty much all the pins exposed, a little programming header, USB built in, and it was just really compact and really easy to use. So not surprisingly, over the years, Arduino has revised, used the same pinout and setup, except now, maybe it's micro USB, maybe it's USB-C. They did one with the ESP32. They did one with the RP2040. They did one with the SAMD21. They've done a lot of different variants of this board. But what I really like is this is the first one that's 5-volt compatible and has a Cortex M4, which is pretty cool. So we covered the R4 Minima and Wi-Fi boards 2 years ago, almost the day. Time flies, huh? And those boards featured the new Renesas RA4 series chips, Cortex M4 processor with 256 megabytes of flash, 32K of RAM, but also had some other really cool things in it, like a DAC, really good ADCs. I think the ADC is like 12-bit. The DAC is 12-bit. Built-in CAN. And again, 5-volt compatibility, which is logic level, which is really, really rare in a Cortex M4, especially one that has native USB as well. In fact, I think this is the only chip I've ever seen that has native USB and a DAC, ADC, blah, 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 Cortex M4 ARM standard, and 5-volt IO, not just 5-volt compliant, but actually uses 5-volt level. And so it's an excellent chip as an upgrade because so many people are expecting that 5-volt logic level on their old Atmega series Unos and Nanos. This makes it a much better drop-in. Another thing that's really nice about this, because some people are like, well, why not just use the 2040 or the ESP32 version of the Nano? Those are all good. You should check out all the Nano series, but this one I like particularly because there's a lot of ADCs, which the RP2040 does not have. It has kind of a limited number of ADCs, like I think 3 or 4 are available. It's got that built-in CAN. It's got a DAC, and the ADCs are linear. And I think one of the things that's really powerful about the Arduino platform is it's really good for interfacing with sensors, which means a lot of analog inputs. And these are going to be better analog input. You're going to have a better experience with the analog inputs than with the ESP32, which is kind of nonlinear, or the RB2040, which is limited. So this is kind of like the best drop-in replacement. Another thing that's really nice, if you look at the bottom there, they added a quick connector. Yeah. I think this is the first Nano that does this, but it's definitely new. They added it on the Uno RA4. I love it. I love that the SparkFun standard has become a standard.
Go SparkFun.
Yeah, they did really good. And like we adopted it. I'm like, they did a great job. They put level shifting on this, so it's 3-volt compatible, so it'll work with any boards basically, ones that have level shifting in that. Okay. Anyways, let's check out the pinout. Another thing it has is EEPROM, which is really cool because again, not every Cortex chip has EEPROM. DMA, 14-bit ADC, which is really nice. Again, most ADCs max out at 12-bit. 12-bit DAC, also really nice. Some are only 10. They've built in op-amp stuff and built in CAN bus. So really nice all-around chip. The schematics, I just grabbed some images. You can see what pins are available and used. It's the same chip used on the Uno, but they didn't expose every single I/O. They have a lot of extra ADCs, so you can see there's some that are used to measure the 5-volt logic level. They have a really nice power supply, which has a buck converter to get 5 volts out of V in. I think this has 7 to 16 volt input, which is really nice. And then they have a separate 3.3 volt regulator that's just for the quick I2C connector, which is good. It's like that way you can, you're not supposed to hot swap connect I2C, but if you make it possible, everyone does. And so, I like that they have a separate regulator, so you don't risk brownouting your main 5-volt supply. And then this is the power tree, sort of showing the connection of the power supplies for everything on this microcontroller. And it comes from USB-C for power, which is nice. And then, as mentioned, they have this I2C connector with the JST-SH and proper logic level shifting with pull-ups on both sides. So you can have, and this is a separate I2C than the pinout. So there's actually 2 I2C buses, one for this connector and one for the main pin. So you actually get 2 buses in case you have address conflicts, which is kind of sweet. And it's open source hardware, which is great because it means that if you want to take this design, integrate it into your product, or you want to revise it, you want to change stuff around, the files are published. I downloaded them, verified them. So you can do that. Comes in 2 versions. I showed a picture of the version with header. It also comes in a castellated flat bottom version that does not have any components on the bottom. And so you can actually pick and place it down on a PCB and make it a ready to go, board that is just, soldered right in place, flat on your design, which is kind of a popular thing people like to do these days. So check it out. It's in stock. Both versions are in stock right now at DigiKey. They are a genuine supplier. You can get real Arduino boards with real Arduino support and software and manufacturing. So I think this is a really nice upgrade. I love that there is a high quality 5-volt version of the Nano available. That's a really big flash and memory upgrade from the original at Mega 328.
All right, here's a 1-minute video, and then we'll see you on the other side. All right, as we beam back in, Oh yeah, you gotta go this way.
Hi.
Oh.
This is good. It makes me have to be close. Oh, so cute.
So let's do new products, and then
Yeah.
whatever time we have, we'll try to get to questions and do
Okay.
some more stuff on these shorter, but I guess it's more concentrated versions of Ask an Engineer.
This is like the syrup.
Don't forget the code for a temp that allows us to buy more minutes of airtime. It also helps pay for the math that makes this go.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, you have to find the math. So let's do new products, lady. Are you ready?
Yep. New.
All right, so for new products, we're doing the products from the product page, and for the special,
I love that.
New one.
Okay, so first up, let's go to the updated product, which is the 2.13. So this is updated. The chipset changed and the connector is longer. It was like a shorter connector, now it's a longer one, but it's still a flexible 2.12 by 104 flexible display. What's nice is this one can do grayscale. So if you click on the grayscale,
yeah, I'm gonna go
all the images, monochrome.
Yeah.
And
also for a nice product page.
It's cool. I mean, like, yeah, photographers are really killing it.
Yeah.
It can do 4-layer grayscale, so it's like black, dark gray, light gray, and white background, using the ILI 0373 chipset. So basically, we used to have this old version. Now we have this version. It's not drop-in compatible completely because the connector's longer and you do need to have a new firmware compilation because it's a different chipset. But I think it's actually a better display at the same price. So that's an updated product.
Yeah, and we're making e-ink so easy, and we're going to get to all of it, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's a good time to start doing e-ink projects.
Okay.
Alrighty, next up.
Speaking of e-ink, we also have another big display, and then maybe I'll hold it up so people can see how big it is. This is a very chunky display. So this is a raw e-ink. So we can go to the overhead, or we can
hold it up here.
Okay. You can see how big it is. This is a big display, 5.83 inches, 640-ish by 480. So it's kind of VGA resolution, monochrome. It doesn't do. This doesn't do grayscale. But it has, the number of pixels and the bit resolution make it a really beautiful display. We got drivers in Arduino, drivers in Python and CircuitPython for this coming in a day or two. Fun to drive. This is just the raw display. Eventually I'm going to have like something that has this on it. But for now, you'll need a driver like we have the Thinking Friend, which uses the standard 24-pin connector, or you can use the Thinking Feather. We also have a bonnet we're designing for Raspberry Pi. But it does use the standard 24-pin connector. So you just get this raw display, plug it into whatever, and then just make sure you have firmware for the driver chip, and you've got this like beautiful display. So we're going to be doing some cool e-ink projects with these.
Okay, maybe we'll see what's on the product page for this too. So on the product page, you can check this out.
So you get the update image.
Yeah, we got the updated images and the videos and everything. But the other thing we have is you can select all the different ones over to the right inside there. So
got a lot of different displays, and we're going to get tricolor versions of this and the other ones as well.
Okay,
cool ink. Okay,
and then next up,
let's skip this one because this is a star. So we got the Snap-on, some Snap-on closures.
These are great.
So this is the driver for our LED nudes. Any LED, it's a great LED driver because it's a constant current LED booster, which I think is great for, in my opinion, our filaments and nudes. But anytime you want to have anything drive LEDs at 20, 50, 100, 100, up to 250 milliamp, up to 300 and something milliamps from a 3 to 5 volt input. But you probably want to for people using these for props and stuff, we want to make a little board that is just a protector to make it easy for you to attach this to your wearable project. So this is a little snap together case designed by Noe and Pedro that we just got 3D printed and in the shop. This is a JST puller. So this is like, somebody pointed this out that we have, so our batteries come with genuine JST, but there's sometimes people buy batteries from other suppliers and they don't use genuine JST and they get a little stuck in the plug, and you have to like loosen them up a little bit the first 2 times. This will make sure you don't yank by the wires, which you shouldn't do. You yank by the connector. So it kind of fits over the little like flare of the JST connector and lets you pull it out. Again, a little low-cost 3D printed thing. We have files also for these if you want to 3D print them yourself. We basically have it as a convenience for others. And then the star of the show, I don't know if you want to go to the... No, it's up. That's there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Next time I'll make sure it's like the top thing. Is the MLX 9632. Requested by the Adafruit IO team, but also something that I've wanted to have for a while. This is a single temperature remote IR thermal sensor. So we have thermal cameras and we have temperature sensors that you have to touch, like it has to touch the thing for it to tell the temperature. This is something that can tell the temperature of a remote object by reading the infrared light that's emitted off, like that's bounced off of it. And it's very similar. Like we used to have like the TMP-007 or the TMP-06. We have little sensors like the MLX 90, I think 614. But those you have to do on a breadboard and there's like wires. This is a STEMMA QT. You plug and play it into anything. It has level shifting and regulation built in. We have Arduino code for it. We're going to have the Python code real soon as we do the port. And it's really a nice sensor because, again, it can do both remote and local sensing. This is the medical version. We'll probably have the other standard version as well. This one it can measure I think negative 20 to 100 degrees C of the remote object, but it's really tuned for remote detection of like human body temperature. It's meant for like, thermal temperatures for like, when you point it at your forehead or in your ear and it measures the temperature. That's the kind of sensor that it's designed for. So it has much better accuracy and precision when measuring. They say like livestock or people, but people can also be livestock and livestock can be people. So it's good for that, but it can also measure the extended range of 0 to 100. It's just really optimized for that, 90 to 110 degree range where you're going to get like 0.2 degree centigrade accuracy. So I have a little demo and
I'm still thinking about this livestock thing you said. I'm kind of reeling from it. I'll be okay. Just 1 second.
Moo. Okay, so I just got the sensor connected up here. And right now it's just measuring like it's just like the ambient is room temperature. If I put my hand over it, I'm not touching it. Here, I'll do it over here. I'm not touching it. It's just pointing at my hand, but it's detecting the warmth emitted from my hand. If I steal your can of soda and I point at the can of soda, you'll see it's cooler than room temperature because it was in the fridge an hour ago. It's very, very fast. It seems very, very accurate. So far, this is the only sensor we could find that is at this cost level, pick and placeable, and can do remote sensing. So we're going to there's some projects we want to do with measuring temperature of plants, and it's very hard to attach a sensor to a plant. So because they're like flexible and they're like the leaves are delicate. So this is a great option for doing that. But anytime you don't want to touch a thing for safety or like medical reasons, you don't want to actually like touch the person or the livestock. This is a great sensor. But one of the only ones where I think that we covered this on INPI or the Great Search, we were like looking for this sensor. Yeah. And now we're bringing it for it. It's in the store.
I don't want to touch anything because of medical reasons. Just
Moo. Yeah.
Okay. And
that's
special thanks to our team, our customers, everyone in the open source community, everyone who makes this thing go. The star of the show was this product, but y'all are the star of the show.
You're the stars.
Alrighty. That's new products of the week. New. So next up, what we're going to do is...
Nice and pink.
Yeah, well, that's, if you got it.
Flaunt it.
You may as well do it. So I thought what we would do now is go over the guides, and then we're probably going to balance, but we'll see if we can get to some other stuff.
Okay.
So let's, because there's a lot going on with the guides this week. There's a lot, and then maybe when I'm breaking down the show on this side after you get kiddo, maybe I'll play some videos.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go and take a look at guides. Let's do that. So, open source hardware, which we do. Some people don't want to do it anymore. And they should get out of the
And
way.
they could leave.
They should
They
stop
can-
complaining about it if you don't want to do it. That's a whole other topic. But we have guides.
Let's do
Yeah.
a lot of guides this week too.
Yeah.
Okay. So starting off, let's go down a bit because we have let's just do a bunch. Okay. Oh, the Mac emulator was definitely ESP now. Boy. No, okay.
We have to speed run.
I think the IRC client was the last one we didn't.
Yeah, we
talk
have to
about.
set up your.
Okay, we do. So for the Fruit Jam board, which we had put some in stock, and we're getting, believe me, we're getting more made. I'm getting all the components. We have a bunch of projects that our team made, including this really awesome pure circuit Python IRC chat client. So you can like use your keyboard and a little HDMI display, and you can connect to the IRC network using the little Wi-Fi coprocessor chip. So yeah, you can like relive your youth or relive a youth that you never get to have on IRC and waste your life there instead of on social media.
Well, it worked out
in
for
the
some.
nicest way
If you're in
possible.
your like late 40s, it worked out for you. Okay.
ESP now is Circuit Python. This is cool. JP, can I send JP off on like these quests? And he's going to use ESP now in a project. But I was like, can you do a guide on this in general? So this is a uses the Wi-Fi frequency band, but is not Wi-Fi mesh network that is available for ESP chips. And we have ESP now support in Circuit Python. So it's cool as if you want to network things like nearby, but you don't want to use the whole, like I set up a Wi-Fi connection and I connect to the access point. This is like UDP, but for wireless. And you get to use like the ESP chipsets that you already have. So you don't need to get a separate LoRa chip or a separate RFM chip. So we tried this out and it worked great. He chose point to point and broadcast. So you can have like multiple boards talking to each other and use the MAC address to communicate. So it's like over, the low level wireless network, which is cool. So check that out. We've got the USB-C resistor fixer case. We're going to have that printed out in the shop, but this is a little board that snaps onto the CC fixer that we made and just makes it mechanically stronger. To 3D print that if you'd like. And like I said, we'll have it in the shop in a couple weeks. We have a guide for that quad e-ink breakout. The Fruit Jam Mac emulators. This is one of the things that Jepler worked on before going on a well-deserved break. And we were like, we had all it ready, but we wanted to wait till the hardware for the Fruit Jam came out because we did make a slight change to the hardware. Has audio support, USB mouse and keyboard, and DVI output.
Good photography and video, Liz.
I know, killing
it.
it.
If you're watching at home.
Killing it. A lot of games work. A lot of things with audio work. Not everything. It isn't a perfect emulator because we're using
This is amazing this works.
Pico Mac, which doesn't do every instruction.
This works all.
So if you scroll down, you'll just see some.
Yeah.
Crystal Quest.
great.
You can boot up System 7.5.
This is so cool.
Works really good. I did Mac Paint on it. Scroll up and show some game. Dark Castle works on it. Glider works, but no audio. Make your own images, download some shareware. Relive your youth or a youth you never got to have. You can see, I think we have made an image.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah, Crystal Quest works, I think, with audio. Battle Chess works, although I don't know if I remember Battle Chess, of course. After Dark Collection works with audio. So, all
right.
Really amazing. Jeffler got that working. Okay, and then do you want to do some more guides? Or we want
Yeah, we're going to do it.
I just wanted to show off that because this is like one of my favorite. It's so cool.
Yeah, all right,
Liz
let's just speed around the rest and then we'll...
we'll speed around. That was the most important. A case for the Fruit Jam, printed out if you get the Fruit Jam. A guide for the triple axis magnetometer. Oh, this is cool, the Kitten TTS. So this is, you can do speech synthesis using Kitten text-to-speech, which is an offline, like a small audio generating AI model. And it's cool because you can run on a Raspberry Pi computer and it does actually really good speech synthesis. And I think superior to Festival personally. To try it out, Tim just showed how to get it working. We got one CPM working on the Fruit Jam. We've got Coffee Raider by Ben Everard. We've got the main guide for the Fruit Jam, the USB MIDI key set control, which we have a video for, and MCU-ME emulators, a C64 emulator and Game Boy emulator. I think Game Boy and Game Boy Color for the Fruit Jam as well. So that's like a month's worth of guides.
Yeah, and then also, don't forget, there's a lot going on Playgrounds because we have used Fruit Jam with 2 gamepads.
Fruitress.
The demo from tonight on Show and Tell, the Fruit Jam Fruitress, really neat, awesome milkshake graphics too. And then just go through and see all of the neat things that the
Oh, I
community
didn't
is showing
see
off, and like I'm putting a guide up because I'm got an LLM working on a portable thing.
Yeah.
You know, I got stuff going on. I'm gonna have STEM.
I love playgrounds. It's just
That's
it's
cool.
like you
It's
want to put
everywhere.
up a guide, go for
Go for
it.
Okay, cool. That's our guides, and then let's just do a reminder, everyone. This was the product of the night, and then you can use the code FURTEMP. We're going to be doing shows and more. You're going to notice like some cool changes. I think this was a neat way to add some interesting light art. This is how, by the way, this is how I see like us all the time,
Yeah.
and like how I've seen Adafruit.
Yeah.
But like I get it. Like you have to be an established company, I think, and do work for a long time before you maybe can take risks, or maybe it's the opposite. It all depends on which way you want to go.
Yes.
But it's kind of neat because we want to have more of the art and music side of things. Experiments with gadgets. So this right here is a camera. It's a PTZ camera that has local only face detection. And you don't have to worry about it going on the cloud or the web. And like, we're going to hack it and show what you can do with it. And I don't think, you know, the type of websites that I used to like that did gadget reviews and everything, they don't cover weird stuff like this
No,
anymore.
no.
It's like the latest Android phone. Like, okay. But I like the idea of just like, there's this hackery world that's coming up soon where you can really mod a lot of things. All this stuff has all the same things. Everyone's jamming the same stuff in. We'll be able to do so many neat things with Python and like all these crazy talkie computers. So that's what's ahead. Working on it. A little reboot of Citizen Engineer. We'll probably do like 1-minute clips
Yeah.
of things, of just like not exactly Adafruit only news. Sometimes we want to cover like there's a really neat telescope thing. And like, where does that belong? Well, probably like not citizen scientist, which is a thing out there. More citizen engineer. Like, what if you want to build something? So people who like to build stuff, news for you, kind of.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're going to go. We'll see everybody later.
It's good to see you guys.
Here is your, this has been a Adafruit production. Here is your moment of Zener.
Good night, everybody.
Have you ever had a device where the USB-C connection doesn't seem to charge when it's plugged into another USB-C port? Chances are it might be missing some resistors. The Adafruit USB Type-C CC resistor fixer is designed to remedy this issue by adding those missing 5.1K resistors to your USB-C device. Simply plug it in between the USB-C cable and the device. It's great for those gadgets that don't work on every USB-C power outlet or charger. This device is designed to be as small as possible and features a USB-C plug on one end and a USB-C socket on the other. Our 3D printed snap-fit case is designed to keep the bare PCB protected. Just place the board onto the bottom half of the case and snap the cover on top. You can 3D print the case yourself or purchase an SLA 3D print from the Adafruit shop. Links are in the description. Even our MagSafe portable battery is subject to the missing resistor problem, but no worry, our Adafruit USB-C fixer makes it work again. If you come across one of those USB-C gadgets, this little device might be the thing you need.